welcome you all to my first Soul Chogokin GX-57 Space Battleship Yamato. Okay, first things first, I'm going to give you a little bit more detail on this if you're new to the whole entire Chogokin collecting, or you want to try collecting or whatnot and you want to splurge the money on it. Yeah, so the first thing is you want to make sure you have a sharp knife. Anything like rings you have on, they come off. You will scratch the paint with any kind of stuff like that, so you want to take them off. Some collectors go as far, and I'm not kidding when I say this, really, I'm not kidding. Bandai came out with a Soul Chogokin white pair of gloves, because some collectors actually treat these like museum pieces, which is pretty insane if you ask me, but hey, whatever floats your boat. Wash your hands too, you know, because your hands produce salt, which, believe it or not, one little tiny micro scratch and a little bit of that oil gets in there, your figure is going to slowly start to rust. And like I said, there is a lot of metal to this figure, or to this spaceship I should say, to this Chogokin. So let's look at the box. Very gorgeous shot of the cannon firing, and a picture of the Yamato flying away from Earth. A very beautiful foiled silhouette of the Yamato on the other side, the rear of the Yamato. Yes, people, that is not fake. If you did not ever see a video of this, there are lights, and there are lights and sounds in this thing. But we'll get to the gimmicks in the review. And on the back, a amazing picture. Now, this sucker is about 17 inches long, which it's going to be a big ship. You have a gorgeous display piece, which you can display it straight, and I'll bring up on that, which is really cool. You can actually display it two different ways. You can display it just in a vertical, or you can, not vertical, but you can have it just laying straight, or you can have it in a slight 45-degree angle, which that's kind of what I'm looking at. Maybe a 90, I don't know. I'm not a mathematician here. As I said, the sounds are all controlled by this box down here, so it actually separates from the base of the display, and as you can see, it all just sits there very nicely, and the lights and such are just awesome. And on the other side, the front of the ship with, yes, lights. So let's open this bad boy, and I will show you everything that is in it. So as I said, you want to have a nice sharp knife. Be careful. The sharper it is, you don't want to damage the box. So what I usually do is I put a finger into there, slide it, and straight down. Now some people, I don't know, everybody has their own method. I kind of push down this as my phone goes off. I push this down, and hold on, I want to shut that phone off before I go insane and kill somebody. Okay, never mind, somebody got it. Yay. Now, the one thing I've always had a problem with any of the Chogokins is the flaps are really good in there. So I'm going to take this off camera for a second so I can open this without destroying the box. If you're going to collect Soul Chogokin, I'll tell you right now, you do want to save the box. And you want to keep the box as best as possible. As the better condition that you can. Some people display the box, believe it or not. So, pull this out. Box goes on the side, and this is what you get in it. Is another box, and a fast look at it from a top view. And as you can see, you got your instruction booklets, and yes, they are all in Japanese. So either you gotta depend on a YouTube video like this and many others, or learn Japanese reading. Simply, you know. But they do give like a history, there's some cool pictures and such in there. And that's that. Then on top of it we have the base. And everything is, excuse me, everything is packaged in this. They're known to be put in, the figure itself is known to be put into a styrofoam box. So, and you get some other goodies. These are all the accessories that come with it. Stand arms. It comes with the small ships, and we'll get into more detail with that. And it also comes with 2 anchors. So, really awesome. And there's most likely more stuff in this. Right now, the figure is, or the spaceship is actually underneath this cardboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut right now, and I'm going to go and unbox this bad boy, get it all set up for you guys, and then we'll do the review. I'll see you in a moment. So, after unboxing it, playing with it for about 90 minutes with my son, this thing is awesome. Like, literally, it is awesome. I mean, just a great representation of it. I never could doubt Soul Chogokin has done an amazing job with this. The detail, everything, down to even the paint apps, are just beautiful. And wait until you see the paint apps on just the tiny little space fighters. I mean, just amazing. So there are a bunch of gimmicks with this thing, which is really cool. Now, this is the one thing that I did not know, and I still don't know. What I should do is I should look it up, but if somebody knows, they can actually be a big help. One of the little gimmicks that they have and they show in this, and I'll bring it up, is that this cap right here actually comes off. This all underneath most of the frame, and probably inside of the underneath the plastic top is mostly metal. There's a couple bits, you know, this part right here is plastic, but there is a lot of metal to this, and it's very heavy. The detail is amazing, but getting back, this actually does pop off, and it shows some kind of piece that I'm not sure, and actually it is a pain in the neck to get off because, well, I don't want to scratch the paint. Okay, we're not even going to bother. It's not going to cooperate with me. But anyway, getting on to some of the gimmicks. First, I want to bring up and show some of the details on this thing. Just really breathtaking. It's just like going back to 1979, 1980, and just reliving the entire anime series again of Star Blazers, and it's just like, wow. But just a gorgeous piece. So we'll start off with the gimmicks and the accessories. One of the first accessories that you do get is this comes off. You drop that off, and you grab this, which is just basically the real anchor. Very detailed and opened up. So there's no peg in it, you know, there's only a peg right back here. So you just peg this right in to that hole that you just took the showpiece out, and that's what you get. So you can actually it gives you 2 of them, so you can put them on both sides. this side and the opposite side. So, and then another gimmick that it does show, and that they give you, another accessory. I keep calling them gimmicks. Gimmicks are what just make it sell better or something. I don't know. What do you expect? I love this kind of stuff. So you push this in and then kind of pull back and then pull it forward, and then it will lock in place, and there you now have the wings for the Yamato. And just take another look at the detail on this thing. Just epically amazing. Really cool. And another detail, which I will bring it a little bit closer here. There is, if I can just find the right grip so I don't pop this thing off. There is a little switch right here. This little bubble. It's actually the other side of this one. If you grab it and you just pull up, I don't know if you're going to see this. The missiles, the torpedoes pop out, so that's really neat. Nice touch right there. The guns, actually, if you move one, they all move. They're all independent in the sense of going up, so you can actually, and I'll put this back on the base real quick. You can actually spin them the way you need them and rotate the cannons. And I'm out of focus. There you go. And you can actually put the cannons any way you want. You can have them up sprayed, so it's like a spray. You know, all have them down. Whatever you choose. It's your, you know, it's your piece. And the final one, which I'll take this wing off, and I'm going to back up here just a little bit so you guys see the whole thing. So it's just back. Pop the front out, and then this just slides out. It just hooks in both sides. Really cool little accessory right there. And my anchor fell out, so that's not a big deal. At least it just fell to the ground. The other gimmick that I wanted to show is, if you tilt this, and again, I gotta pick this thing up. And it just gets me nervous because of how detailed this thing is. And they're so, like, all these pieces are plastic, so they will snap if you put too much pressure on them. There is a little wheel here. I'll bring it up closer. You can see the wheel. It doesn't move these. These are, they stand, just they stay right where they are and they don't move. But if you go to this side and spin it, you can see that the guns on the other side, the opposite side, are actually moving. And everything is exact to scale. What else you have is you have the bay under here, pops down. So this comes off, or actually opens on this side. This is also where your batteries are stored. You got a switch here to turn on so you can get what we're going to do in like 30 seconds. These are, no, actually I should say a couple minutes, but this actually comes off and you put your batteries right up in here. On this side, which again, being extremely careful because this thing is really nice. You have this that opens, and then a bay, a door actually, docking bay actually opens there, so, but there you go. And this is metal right here, so it's pretty sturdy. And then that clicks, that closes. And back here you can actually put the little smaller ships on to this, and you know, have them like they're going to go to battle, go do some dogfighting. But otherwise than that, I mean, really just absolutely breathtaking of a figure. There we go. It finally came off. Okay, so I don't know what this is. I don't remember it. Because, like, remember, it was like 1979, 1980 was when I saw this cartoon. And this actually pops off. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is like a core or something. I'm not sure. Some kind of engine, maybe. I don't know. Correct me, please. I need some help there. I should have looked that up, but I can't read Japanese to save my life. So, I don't know what it says, because it actually does show it in the book, and this is the instruction booklet, and it is entirely in Japanese, and it shows you everything. But you got this really gorgeous spread. Let me see if I can back up here and show you the spread of this thing. But as you can see in this photo right here, it shows, but I can't read that to save my life, so I don't really know what that is. So maybe somebody can help me, or somebody can curse me out and be like, "You're stupid." Oh well, I'm not. I never said I was a genius here, because I wouldn't be doing YouTube videos if I was a genius. So anyway. Wow, that was just bad taste. So anyway, we're going to take a look now at the little ships, and as you can see, I'm going to bring this down just a little bit and focus in here. These things are detailed, and they are small. I literally, like, they are just maybe a little bit bigger than my thumbnail, and the detail on them is beautiful. The paint apps going all the way to the cross, that this is the medical ship. I mean, it's pretty simple and basic. You just got some blue, and that's about it, you know. Yeah, it's actually painted in. But that is one of the ships. I'm going to bring in now one of the Tigers. And the thing with the Tiger, I mean, look at this. Come on, focus. There we go. Look at that. Like, I mean, I can stick it on a fingertip. But this thing, like, the apps, the paint apps on it are just immaculate. I mean, there's no squirt squirt, you know, there's no, oh, we're just going to dab some paint on it and that's it. From the cockpit, which you might be able to see a little bit better if I can bring it up. There. To the cockpit, to even that little tip on the nose that is red. It's just like, wow, how did they do this? But just really amazing. This is what you get when you pay for a Soul Chogokin. So, I mean, we're going to grab another one. And if I'm not mistaken, these over here are the bad guys. Like I said, I have not seen the anime in so long, but I think these are the bad guys. The movie kind of didn't go with the old school TV show, but I mean, look at this. I mean, you can't get any better than that. I mean, these things are probably painted just hand by hand by hand by hand, all the way going to the opposite side. You know, the tips of the lasers or the missiles just completely, I mean, wow. Just gorgeous. So, I'm not going to show every single ship, but I mean, you get an idea of what the quality of a Soul Chogokin is, and I mean, just enormously beautiful. So, what is that? We just pop that out, grab it over here, and this is what this box does. top of it, you're for this button. And this, and the second button. Some different cannon fire. And then we will then rotate this bad boy this way, and you'll see this. And finally, what I call one of the coolest, this. Now it also plays music, so after that, then you would actually just press, you would press these two. Oop. Next song. Next. And last. And your speakers are up there. And I don't want to get caught for infringement. But this, actually, this little box, which controls everything, just slides right back in and locks into place. So you got a good, nice tight. In closing, I have to say, Chogokin, Solo Chogokin GX-57 is a piece of art. And if you also grew up watching the show just like I did, back in the early 80s, late 70s, then this is definite. But one last thing. There's a $300 price tag on this. You can pick up your jaw now. But it's worth every cent, every little penny. This is definitely going to be a great addition to my collection. And I'm telling you, if you really want to get some piece that is going to bring a lot of your friends when they come over to your house and just literally go, what? It will be a very great conversation piece. So, this is Japanophile Rob signing off, and I'll see you guys on the next review.